Hello everyone, my name is Dee. Welcome to my YouTube channel and welcome back if you have been here before. Today we are going to be doing a reading based on what your person is currently thinking about you. So we will be taking a look at their current thoughts and feelings. We will be seeing what it is that they think and feel about you and about the connection itself. With that said, this is a general reading, so please take what resonates and leave the rest. If it does not resonate with you, then it is not meant for you. And with that said, for pile 1, we have yellow mookaite. For pile 2, we have rose quartz. And for pile 3, we have goldstone. Hello there, my pile 1s, my yellow mookaite pile. Let's take a look at what your person is currently thinking about you. Okay, pile 1, let's see. What is your person currently thinking about you? We start out with the Wheel of Fortune, which is nice to see here. We have the Ace of Pentacles hopping out into my lap. We have the Queen of Cups. Ooh, we've got the Magician. Let's try to get one more card out here, my pile 1s. We have got the Knight of Pentacles. So all in all, I feel like this is an extremely positive reading when it comes to what this person is currently thinking. Like, the Wheel of Fortune immediately brings across this message of this person feels very lucky to have you in their life. So right away we get this indication that your person pretty much has strong feelings for you. And not only that, but they do feel like this connection is going somewhere. We've got the Ace of Pentacles, which will bring up opportunity and potential. We've got the Magician, which could indicate deepening the level of commitment within a connection. And then we've got the Knight of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles for me is going to bring up future planning. So not only does this person think that they are and feel that they are very lucky to have you with that Wheel of Fortune, but they also feel like this connection has the potential to form into a very serious union. And the thing that's binding the both of you together is the emotional bond and the emotional connection that the two of you share. So let's start out at the beginning. Let's start out at the Wheel of Fortune. Number one thing I'm picking up on from that is that this person feels very lucky to have you. I also feel like perhaps between you and your person, we could have dealt with some unlucky in love situations in our past, or maybe even in our recent past. And in a lot of ways, your person feels like you are fulfilling them romantically. Like, in a lot of the things that they've been looking for, and perhaps in some ways that they didn't even know that they needed, you were able to provide that for them. Or you as a person, you as a partner, you're able to provide them with what it is that they've been looking for in a romantic partner. And I feel like that's one of the reasons why this person does feel so lucky to have you. You know, they feel like you are their person. They feel like you are really exactly what it is that they have been searching for in regard to their romantic life. When we move forward to the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles is a card of offers and opportunities, of stability and security, and even of manifestation. So, not that we need to have a manifestation routine, not that your person had to have a manifestation routine, but maybe for some of us and for our person, they have been, in a way or in a sense, manifesting this connection between the both of you. You know, like, the Wheel of Fortune to me is, let's say, implying, again, they feel like they are very lucky to have you in their life because you are what it is that they've been searching for. And I feel like they've really thought about what it is that they have been searching for. I feel like there's a lot of maturity that's coming through here between the Queen of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles and even the Magician. You know, there's a lot of maturity within this connection, or this is a very emotionally mature person you are dealing with, and they view you as being somebody who's very emotionally mature. And I feel like a lot of things, again, that this person's been searching for, they have found it in you. And with that said, the Ace of Pentacles is indicating that this person wants to make this connection more stable and secure. that this person feels like there is potential for a long-term future between the both of you. Just all in all, this person really feels like you are someone who they can settle down with. And then we move forward to the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups to me is going to indicate that there is a very deep emotional bond between you and your person. As always, take what resonates and leave the rest, because I do feel like the Queen of Cups is going to certainly indicate that we and this person have had long, deep conversations with one another. I feel like it's an indication that you and this person know one another on a very close level. I feel like it's an indication that the two of you have confided in one another. You've been safe spaces for one another. And there's a lot of like and or love taking place at this point within the connection. We're seeing the connection, especially the emotional bond or the emotional intimacy within the connection, grow and evolve as, even like, let's say, as the days go by. You and this person are just getting more comfortable with and around one another. This person feels like they can be themselves around you, and hopefully you feel the same. We move forward to the Magician, and the Magician to me is perhaps going to bring up inspired action, in the sense that your person feels like this connection is one in which they want to continue to move forward with. So your person's putting in the work or taking the steps that they need to take in order to deepen the level of commitment within this connection. This person's mustering up their confidence. This person is trying to provide for you in whatever way you need. Like they're trying to show their supportiveness, their kindness, how much they care about you. And I feel like even when it comes to that providing message, it's like, again, I feel like I've been saying this a lot lately in these YouTube readings. It's not always like this person's trying to provide for you financially, although for some of us that could very well be it. Or they want to at least prove to you that they will be able to provide for you financially into the future as this relationship gets more serious. But I feel like a lot of times it's like this person trying to prove to you that they can be reliable or that you can depend on them. Whether it's that you need their supportiveness or them to provide you with like emotional support or emotional strength. Whether it's that you need somebody to vent to or a shoulder to cry on, etc. and so on. This person's trying to give you what it is that you need. And I feel like a lot of those things, like the Magician will also bring up innate talent. So that just led me to want to say, like, a lot of these things are things that your person already has within them. So let's say if you're going through a difficult time, something, whatever, we're upset. Our person's providing us with that emotional support that we need in whatever way we need it. Whether we need advice, whether we need to just vent. But that's something that comes innate to your partner. It's not like your partner's putting on a show or wearing a mask. This person is genuinely someone who is sympathetic and empathetic and will be there for you. It's not like they're trying to provide this for you as if they're not capable of providing it if you didn't or need it or weren't asking for it. And I feel like that's something that's very important, or it's very important to this connection. Like a lot of the things that you all provide to one another, it's things that come innate to you. Like they're things that are innate to your personality or innate to your person's personality. And the two of you are able to provide that for one another. And I feel like the level of love, care, support, and of course for some of us where this is a newer connection, the level of like and care or kindness that we're showing to one another is so deeply important, because we haven't exactly experienced that before. And we see that this is who this person is genuinely at their core. And again, your person can see that this is who you are genuinely at your core. I hope that made sense. When it comes to the Knight of Pentacles, we come off of the Magician. The Magician in regard to love and romance is a card which is going to indicate this person wanting to deepen the level of commitment of the connection. And this leads us right into the Knight of Pentacles, which I look at, first of all, the Knight of Pentacles at times could be a slow-moving card. I feel like with the rest of the cards that are out here, there's a strong indication that this relationship or this connection is moving at a very natural and normal pace. And it's funny because I'm going to use this Oracle deck, so I'm curious if this card is going to come out from this Oracle deck, but there's a card in the Romance Angels deck that says something like allowing the connection to unfold naturally. And I feel like when it comes to these cards that jumped out here, this connection is one which is progressing forward at a very natural pace. So I hope that that makes sense. The Knight of Pentacles, it's also going to indicate future planning and building the foundation of our future together. And I feel like that's something that your person is very heavily focused on. This person is very attracted to you, very into you. This person is falling in love with you if they're not already just madly in love with you. But there's a lot of attraction, there's a lot of chemistry, and there's also a lot of future plans being made between you and your partner. So I do hope that that makes sense. Let's get maybe 2 or 3 of these oracle cards out here. Okay, we started with the card calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. And I find that really interesting coming off of what I at random said about the Ace of Pentacles. And of course we have the Magician here. It just brings me back to that the two of you, in a way or in a sense, feel like you manifested each other. And your person and even yourself might not feel like, okay, yeah, like I'm not really into that, or I don't really have that like as a practice going on for myself right now. But I feel like the two of you separately, before you even met one another, really thought long and hard about what it is that you wanted in a person, like what you wanted in a life partner. And I feel like the two of you have found pretty much exactly what it is that you are asking for, especially when it comes to your person. Because with going back to that Wheel of Fortune, even though it's a cheesy message, this person very much so genuinely feels super lucky to have found you, because you do fulfill them on an emotional level and on a romantic level. So I do hope that that makes sense. And not only that, but it's also going to indicate, and I feel like this is something that I also mentioned, where this connection is one which is going to continue to grow and to evolve throughout time. I feel like the two of you are completely 100% capable of that, and that's something that I feel like is a marker for soulmate relationships. We have the card very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. That now, it's just, again, bringing me back to that manifestation message. I feel like the both of you thought very long and very hard about what it is that you wanted. And then you both met one another very soon into the near future. Now, of course, I also feel like this card could be indicating that maybe there's going to be something upcoming in this connection very soon. You know, maybe we're deepening the level of commitment very soon. Maybe we're becoming exclusive soon. You know, moving in together soon, etc., and so on. Like whatever that next step would be for you and your person to take together could be something, predictably, that's happening quite soon into the near future. But again, what I love about this connection is that everything is unfolding at this very natural pace. Okay, so I hope that that makes sense. And we have this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. And I feel like that's just an indication of the both of you, again, feeling very lucky to have one another. And very much so feeling like you are the one. And hopefully you feel the same when it comes to what it is that you are thinking and feeling about this person. Overall, this is a very lovely little spread that we did here. Thank you so, so, so much, my pile ones, and I hope that everybody has a wonderful weekend. Hello, pile 2, my rose quartz pile. Let's take a look at what your person is currently thinking and feeling about you. Any connection that you share with them, my pile 2s. Let's see what is your person currently thinking. We start out with the 9 of Swords. Okay, we start out with the 9 of Swords, but then we have the Strength card. Okay, so the 9 of Swords can typically indicate anxiety, but to see the Strength card right next to it, that should be a pretty good sign that your person's trying to muster up their inner strengths. But let's see what else comes out during this reading. We have Temperance. Okay, lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. We've got the Four of Pentacles. And we end with the Queen of Cups, which also jumped out for pile 1. So, starting out with the Nine of Swords, it's a pretty strong indication that your person's feeling kind of anxious. I would say maybe this person is fearing rejection at this point in time. You know, they're fearing rejection, they're fearing moving this connection forward in some way, but they're trying to bring themselves back into balance. I feel like this person is very attracted to you. This person, they either feel like they could be, or they inherently know that they could be open and honest with you about the way in which they feel because of how you are as a person, but they're still anxious about it. So starting out with that Nine of Swords, again, for me, it's mainly going to bring up anxiety. It's going to bring up a fear of rejection. To me, sometimes, of course, take this as confirmation. It might not resonate with everybody, and if it doesn't resonate with you, then it is not meant for you. But maybe as a little bit of confirmation for some of us, this could be somebody that we're friends with or colleagues with, somebody that is fearing what it would mean if they let their true feelings be known. You know, so this person is very stuck within their anxiety, and that might be for some of us why we haven't seen this connection move forward. For some of us, it could be, you know, like we haven't seen a lot of progress being made at times within this connection. Maybe even at times we feel like we pick up on mixed signals from this person because they seem really into us, but then there's other times where they see pretty freaking closed off due to that Four of Pentacles that comes out later. And I do feel like a lot of that is just their own fear, their own anxiety, their own self-limiting beliefs, and this person just standing in their own way at times when it comes to moving this connection forward, or when it comes to them expressing their true feelings for you. But when we move forward to Strength and Temperance, I do feel like these are good signs, because your person knows that these fears that they're having, or this anxiety that they are having, is pretty irrational, and that they need to begin to heal from it. They need to begin to, with the Strength card, of course, build up their confidence, and with the Temperance card, they need to bring themselves back into balance. They need to bring themselves back into alignment. I also feel like when it comes to that Nine of Swords, if it isn't perhaps, like, let's just say we're more serious with this person, or we are in an established connection or relationship with this person, that Nine of Swords could just be that your person's going through a lot right now, especially on the mental or emotional level. They might be feeling, again, anxious. They might be feeling depressed. They might have had a couple of things not really work out for them. And it's something that is either holding them back from, again, moving this connection forward to whatever the next step would be for the two of you. But I also feel like it's got nothing to do with you. Like, if this is an established connection, this person's holding on to what it is that they're going through mentally and emotionally, but they know that it's having a negative effect on the connection itself because they aren't opening up to you, and that's why they're trying to build up their confidence, or build up their inner strength, and come back into balance on their own, so that the two of you can get back to your regularly scheduled programming with one another. But I do feel like for many of us, this is probably a newer connection, or a less established connection, where this person hasn't really made a move yet. And that's why they're fearful of rejection. They're fearful of rejection, they're fearful of opening up to you, etc., and so on. But what's good with Strength and Temperance is that both of these cards would imply that your person is doing what they need to do for themselves, so that they can begin to move forward. And even if they're still holding back on what it is that they are thinking and feeling about you, they still are feeling very hopeful about the connection itself. And they're trying to do what they need to do for themselves, so that they can eventually let their guard down and let you fully into their lives, or express themselves fully to you. Because I do believe I mentioned this, but the Queen of Cups to me is certainly going to imply that this person does know, they inherently know, that they can be open and honest with you, and that you would receive whatever it is that they are expressing to you. But there are those nerves, fears, anxieties that are coming through with the Nine of Swords, and the guards and blocks that are coming through with the Four of Pentacles, that are causing them to hold back. So just to briefly go over it again before I start pulling oracle cards, I feel like if you're in a committed relationship, and thus a very established connection, there could be something that your person's going through mentally and emotionally. They're trying to bring it back into balance themselves. They are putting up a guard, and they're not telling you what exactly they're going on with or what's going on with them, but they are trying to bring it back into balance themselves. And I do feel like eventually this person will open up about whatever it is that they are struggling with mentally and emotionally. But for some reason or another, perhaps due to their own anxieties, they're holding back from letting you know what it is that they're going through on that mental and emotional level. However, again, they do know that you would be someone that would be very accepting and supportive of whatever it is that they are going through, and that you will help them through it. Now, if this is a newer, less established connection, I feel like this is a strong indication that your person is fearful, anxious, and nervous to come forward and express the way in which they are feeling about you, which is why they're trying to bring themselves back into balance and build up their confidence in order to do so. For now, they seem to be holding back, but even though they're holding back on the way in which they feel, their feelings for you are still growing and developing. And I do feel like that Queen of Cups is hopeful that your person is going to express eventually the way in which they feel about you. So for now, they might still have their guard up, but they are putting in the work. They're building up their confidence. Their feelings for you are growing and evolving. They are still quite guarded over the way in which they feel, but they know that you will be accepting and that you will receive what it is that they want to express. So I do feel like either way, the message is very hopeful, whether this is a very new connection or if this is a very committed relationship. We're going to see progress be made once your person begins to build up their confidence, come back into balance, and let their guard down. Okay, so I do hope that that makes sense in some way, my pile 2s. And even better, we have the Oracle card very soon, which also jumped out for pile 1. But we have the Oracle card very soon, bringing up that whatever is going on here, there's going to be movement soon into the near future. So whether this is somebody that, let's say, is a friend that's fearing us rejecting them, and there's times where they give off mixed signals, soon into the near future, this person is letting down their guard and expressing their true feelings for you. We have clearly decided what you want so that it comes to you now. And I feel like this person has already decided that you are what they want. And now it's just about them releasing their guard, releasing their fears or their anxieties, and taking that leap of faith forward to express themselves to you. Okay, so I hope that that makes sense, my pile 2s. Let's get, we lost a card to the floor. Give me 1 second to pick it up. Had to pause so I could jostle the camera around, but the card that fell to the floor was heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly, discuss your feelings with one another. Again, I feel like this is very hopeful, whether this is a new connection or an established relationship. Because this person, if you've been in a committed relationship with them, they are going to open up to you. You're going to have that heart-to-heart conversation. They're going to tell you what's been going on with them, whatever anxiety or mental or emotional health issue that's been going on with them. They're going to let their guard down. They're going to tell you what's been happening, or how it is that they've been feeling, and they're going to be honest with you. And I feel like with that Queen of Cups there, you're certainly going to be somebody that's very sympathetic and empathetic with them, and express or give them like a lot of kindness and compassion back in return, because that is how this person views you. This person views you as that Queen of Cups, somebody who's very loving, nurturing, kind, generous, supportive, compassionate, sympathetic, empathetic. So this person knows that they can open up to you. Whatever reason why, they're holding back from doing so, but the heart-to-heart conversation is coming very soon. And I feel like, obviously, if this is a newer connection, that heart-to-heart conversation is going to be your person honestly and genuinely expressing their romantic feelings for you. After what I feel like for some of us could be a period of time where we were receiving mixed signals from this person, or we weren't really sure what was going on between us and this person because they weren't opening up. I do feel like this is very positive news when it comes to this connection moving forward quite soon into the near future. And the final card to jump out, another card that jumped out from pile 1. I promise I am shuffling these. We have calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. And I feel like for this, whether this is a newer or older connection, I feel like this card is highlighting that your person feels very closely connected to you. You know, when it comes to the newer connections, there's a lot of chemistry. There's a lot of passion involved. There's very strong romantic feelings. There's already an emotional bond that's been built between you and this person. And this person struggling to be emotionally vulnerable, or this person struggling to be emotionally expressive, really on both sides, whether this is established or new. And your person really feels this strong spiritual connection with you. They could very much so feel and think that you are their soulmate. So they are going to open up to you, apparently very soon into the near future. I feel like, again, whichever way you slice it, this person is viewing you as their person. They're viewing you as their soulmate. And them opening up to you is going to be something that comes soon into the near future. So I do hope that that made sense for both sides of this coin, whether this is newer or whether this is more established. I feel like the newer connections soon into the near future are going to be making positive movement forward. We're going to see this person open up to us about the way in which they've been feeling. And I feel like for those established connections, our person is opening up to us about whatever it is that they have been going through and trying to tackle alone. And then I feel like the two of you are going to resolve it together, or at the very least, you are going to be supportive and kind to them as they weather this storm. I really, really, really hope that that makes sense, my pile 2s. Thank you so, so much for allowing me to read for you today, and I hope that everybody has a wonderful day. Hello, pile 3, my goldstone pile. Let's take a look at what your person is currently thinking and feeling about you. Okay, my pile 3s, let's see what is on your person's mind. We start out with the Chariot. We have the Wheel of Fortune. We have the King of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles. And the Eight of Pentacles. So this person feels already, let's say, like very committed and very loyal to you, whether this is a newer or established connection. And I feel like the message is very similar, whether this is newer or established. Really just depends on where you're at with this person. But this person's planning with that 7 or with that Chariot, followed by that Wheel of Fortune. This person's certainly planning on making some real positive movement forward when it comes to this connection. The Chariot, to me, is a strong indication that this person's, overcoming whatever obstacles are in their way. This person's putting in the work. Like, we start out with the Chariot, which is a card of hard work and determination, and we end with the Eight of Pentacles, which is a card of hard work and determination. But seeing that Chariot and ending with that Eight of Pentacles, it's kind of like your person feels like they have a job to complete, and that might sound bad, but it's not bad. Your person is very determined to move this connection forward. This person's very determined to do whatever it is that they need to do, provide whatever it is that they need to provide to make sure that this connection continues forward in the right direction. And I feel like between the Chariot and the Wheel of Fortune, there's an enormous amount of positive changes coming to this connection. Like, if we're in an established connection, we've been waiting for that ring, that's something that could be coming soon into the near future. If this is a newer connection and we've just sort of been like waiting to become exclusive, or we've been waiting to get asked out, this person is very determined to make that positive movement forward and get shit done. Like, your person very much so feels like this connection is one in which there's a very long-term future ahead of you both, and this person's ready and willing to put in whatever work they have to do. So I hope that that makes sense. Overall, it's all love. It's all positive. And this connection, or what's taking place in this connection, what your person has on their mind, is a lot of stability, security, and commitment. So starting again, the Chariot and the Wheel of Fortune are mainly bringing me positive movement forward. It's bringing me hard work and determination. And it's bringing me that there's a lot of positive changes taking place. Like, this connection, whether it's newer or whether it's more established, is really on the upswing right now. Your person feels very closely connected to you. This wheel jumped out for pile 1 as well, and I'm getting the same message or a similar message I got for them, which is your person feeling very lucky to have you in their life. This person feels like they have found the one, and now they're trying to lock it down with that King of Pentacles. They're trying to prove to you their loyalty, their commitment. That I feel like something that this connection is very heavy on is reciprocation. And there's a lot of mutual feelings taking place, mutual respect for one another, mutual loyalty toward one another. I feel like the word devotion is also something that's coming through for me here. And it just feels like your person is really, really, really wanting to show you that they can provide for you. This person's trying to show you that they can be your person. They're trying to show you that they will do whatever it is that they need to do in order to move this connection forward. Again, it's like your person feels like, and that could even just be an indication that, or some confirmation for some of us. As always, take what resonates, leave the rest. If it doesn't resonate with you, it is not meant for you. But maybe for some of us, our person is someone who's very practical. And in their mind, it's like getting the job done again, because it's not a bad message. It's coming through as something that's very positive. But in your person's mind, that message of like putting in the work and making shit happen, getting this connection established or moving this connection forward, this job that your person feels compelled to do, I feel like for some of us, it's just confirmation of our person's practicality. You know, like our person's doing real life practical things in order to move this connection forward. I do feel like for some of us, especially those more established connections, it's like this person's really trying to show us that you both can, or they're really trying to show us that they can and will build a life with us. You know, that they will like buy us that home, that they will buy us that ring, that they will be able to provide for us, that they will be able to, and in a multitude of ways. Like here, it's especially financial because we have all of these Pentacles cards. And I just feel like, again, just going back to that original message, I feel like for some of us, it could be a little bit of confirmation. Maybe we know our person is somebody that's overly practical. And for them, it's like, this is the next practical step, like down the line for us. So this is what I'm working toward, and this is what I'm getting together for us. The King of Pentacles, I feel like, again, commitment, loyalty, devotion even. I feel like this person's trying to provide for you. This person wants to create a life with you and build a life with you. This is someone that is very emotionally mature and very grounded, and they also view you as being the same. When we move forward to that Seven of Pentacles, this person's trying to build the foundation of your future together. And I feel like this person tries to show that in a variety of ways. I feel like this person would be planning for some of us, obviously, again, confirmation doesn't exactly have to resonate with you, but for some of us, this person might plan, like they might be, first of all, they might be a planner, but second of all, for some of us, I feel like lavish dates is coming through for me. Like for some of us, this person might plan either lavish or elaborate dates for us, but again, that would just be confirmation for maybe a couple of us. I feel like when it comes to this person, they're really trying to show you that they are ready and willing to do what they need to do when it comes to whatever the next step of this connection is. Not only that, but I feel like they're ready and willing to show you that they will be there for you in whatever way you need them to be. When it comes to that Eight of Pentacles, I feel like this is about, again, loyalty and commitment. I also feel like, again, we get this message of hard work and determination. You know, your person is determined to put in the work when it comes to this connection. And I feel like that's very important because it's an indication of this person always being wanting and willing to work with you. You know, they want to work with you. They want to build this partnership. I feel like the partnership aspect of a relationship is so important to your person. And I feel like they see in you somebody that will be a loyal, devoted, loving, grounded partner for them. I feel like they see someone who is also willing to work with them or put in the work to maintain a healthy, loving relationship. And I feel like that's the goal that's on your person's mind. Like all this work your person is putting in, it's to maintain a healthy relationship with you. Or a healthy connection with you. And for those newer connections, it's like them trying to show you or prove to you or provide for you that they can be that loyal, committed partner that's always willing to work with you and that's always willing to give you what it is that you need in a relationship. So I hope that that makes sense in some way, shape, or form. Overall, I feel like this is an extremely positive reading because when it comes to what your person's thinking and feeling, they want commitment, they want loyalty, they want devotion, and they feel commitment, they feel loyalty, they feel devotion toward you. And I love the fact that this person is willing to work with you. You know, they want a life partner. They want someone that they can, you know, solve their problems with. They want somebody that they can support that's going to be just as supportive as them. You know, like they're really looking for someone that they can grow with, and they feel like you two make that perfect pairing. I really hope that that makes sense for some of us. Let's get some oracle cards out here. We have getting to know each other. So again, maybe for some of us, we are getting to know this person as you reveal your innermost selves to each other. Your bond deepens. And I feel like this finally kind of brings up the emotional aspect of the connection. You know, that you and your person, you feel that this bond is growing and evolving between you both because it is. And with that bond, the emotional bond, let's say, and the emotional intimacy between you and your partner growing and evolving, so are the, let's say, practical things that come with that, like, you know, getting engaged, moving in together, like figuring out your finances together if we've already moved in or if we're planning on getting married. It's like this person wants all of that with you. They, especially like, let's say if we want marriage, if we want a family, this person really feels that the two of you have that future together. And they are working toward that future with you every single day. And I feel like, again, like they're doing it in this practical way, but they're also doing it in the emotional sense as well, or in an emotional sense as well. I hope that makes sense. But I do feel like, and I do feel like that's something that's really important when it comes to this connection. You know, that this emotional bond between you both is deepening. And this person's making sure that you're keeping up with that emotional bond in like whatever the next step forward would be for the both of you. I hope that that makes sense. Even if for right now there's a lot of, because the Seven of Pentacles at times can be a card that's very heavy on plotting and planning. So maybe we're not at the point right yet, especially let's say for an established connection. Even one that's maybe on the newer side. You know, maybe we're not quite ready to get married or to have children with this person, or maybe we're not quite ready to get engaged, but we're talking about it. We're planning out our future. We have Make the Effort, jumping out while I was blabbing on. And with Make the Effort, great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. This person is certainly taking the steps that they are feeling guided to take. We can see that with the Chariot. We can see that with the Wheel of Fortune. We can see that really even with all of these Pentacles cards as well. Your person is determined, and your person is taking the steps that they feel like they need to take because they see a future with you. I feel like this person's 100% committed and devoted to you, and this person wants to continue to take the steps that they need to take in order to ensure that life that the two of you want to build together. I hope that that makes sense. And we just need one last card. We have the soulmate card jumping out. And it's funny because all 3 piles today, the other 2 piles had calling in your soulmate. But here we get the actual soulmate card. Yes, this is your soulmate. I do feel like there's a very strong bond that you and this person have. And I feel like the reason, like, I feel like it's possible, of course, for many of us that this person is a soulmate of ours, just due to the fact that it seems like the both of you are so future focused when it comes to this connection. You know, the both of you so clearly see a future with one another. And the two of you are working toward that future with each other every single day. You know, we're talking about it, we're envisioning it, we're making positive movement forward toward it. Even if this is a very new connection, and this person's still trying, like the positive change that this person is making is asking you out, I feel like this person is, again, envisioning this life with you. I feel like the both of you feel like or look at one another as potential soulmates. I feel like for the more established connections where we are really beginning to take those steps forward toward our future, you know, whether that's like getting engaged, getting married, purchasing a home together, whatever it might be, I feel like the two of you very much so feel that you are soulmates, and that's why we are, again, so focused on the future of this connection, because we see a future with this person. And obviously, this being their thoughts about you, this person very, very vividly sees a future with you. I really hope that this makes sense, my pile 3s. This was indeed a very lovely little spread that we did here. So thank you so, so much. And I hope that everybody has a wonderful day.